Has it been a year already? Is it time again? No. No, it can't be. It's too soon. It's only been a few weeks. What are you doing down here? What cruel intentions are bringing you this time? Have I not given enough already? Wait. You are new. I have not smelled your scent down here before. You're young. You're afraid. And you don't know who I am, do you? What I am. No, don't go away now. Come closer. I won't do anything to you. I can't. No, dear. I will not harm you. It would be the first time that I harmed a human. But do come closer. I want to see you. No, I will not come into the light. It hurts my eyes. And you do not need to see me, for it would only frighten you. Why? Because the sight of me would disturb you, dear. It always does with you humans. Beautiful? No. Well, my voice might suggest differently, but no. In no way am I beautiful. Though I appreciate the sentiment, no human has ever called me beautiful. Not after seeing me. No, dear. Every night I pray to Zeus to break me, to crush me until there's nothing left of me, and to start over again. Now, why did you come down here? Were you sent? Do you bear gifts? No. I see. You heard the screams. I'm sorry. I was not aware that people could hear me when they come down here. Yes, they were my screams. I don't blame you. They sound rather animalistic. You really don't know who I am, do you? Have they not told you? Does no one even know who I am? Who is down here in those catacombs? No, dear. This is not a useless cellar. It is a prison. My prison. And your coven's personal torture chamber. You heard me. What it means. What meaning does the word torture bear beside the obvious? Exactly. Now, come closer. You're still afraid, aren't you? You still smell of anxiety and fear, but also innocence, confusion. Are you not one of them? The witches? The coven? Yes. Were you born into it, or did you join? Well, I guess some secrets are not shared with new blood. What is the secret? I am the secret, dear. My existence is the secret, and their crimes against it. They really don't tell you. Of course they don't. What they did to me, what they still are doing to me is way too horrible to speak of. Way worse than the stories they tell about me. The stories of a beast without love, slain by one of them. Myths. Yes, dear, myths. Because with enough time, stories turn into myths. And I have been in this prison for enough time for these stories about me to turn into mythos. How long have I been here? Well, what year is it, dear? In that case, I have been here in this humid, rancid cell that reeks of blood and death for over 2 millennia. No, please don't take a step back. I told you that my existence would scare you, but I do not intend to scare you. The gods have simply cursed me with the gift of immortality. I did not ask for it, since they gave it to me the moment I was conceived. That does not make me a monster, does it? You're right. It makes me broken. Who am I? I have been waiting for this question, but I don't think I can tell you. No, not because it is a secret, more so because I don't think I know. I can tell you my story, but it does not make me who I am today. Do you understand that? You want to hear my story? I think you are the first human to ever ask me. No, it's nice. It makes me feel of worth. Thank you for wanting to hear my story. I am the son of greed. My father was given a gift by a god, but it was not for him to keep. It was meant as a sacrifice. A bull so beautiful and precious that my father could not bear the thought of sacrificing it. So he did not. He instead sacrificed another bull, less beautiful and precious. He thought he had tricked the gods, but he was stupid to think that. No one ever tricks the gods without paying the price. And so he did. The gods got angry with him and thought of a way to punish him, to humiliate him, to mark him. So they turned their attention to his wife, my mother, Pasiphae, a beautiful woman, but also a vicious witch. So the gods turned their attention onto my mother, and they cursed her with desire. Not for a man like my father, but for the bull. Sacrilege. And the plan was a success. My mother laid down with the bull, and she got pregnant with me, her firstborn. When she gave birth, my fate was sealed. My father was shocked and outraged. Not because my mother had been unfaithful to him, but because of me, because of the way I looked. A man, a bull, not this, not fully that. A man with the head of a bull, an atrocity. He knew he couldn't let anyone see me, for the embarrassment and outrage within the people would be too much. So he had an architect come, Daedalus. He built a home for me. That is what they told me, at least. He built a labyrinth to make sure I would never come out and disturb their lives, bring back the memory of my existence. That was the place where I spent the first years of my life. Barely anyone knew of my existence. That changed when my brother, well, my half-brother, Androgeus, was killed by the people of Athens. Outraged, my father went to war with them, and he won. As a punishment for the murder of his son, he made the nation give him 7 young men and 7 young women. For me to eat, to quote my father. And before you run away from me, I did not eat them. I'm not a monster. But the people that had never seen me didn't know that. So they shook in fear. I was made out to be a monster that I was not. I think even my father was convinced that I was a monster. But how could he be? He had only seen me when I was born. A blank canvas. He couldn't stand looking at me. That is why he never visited me again. I don't remember his voice. I do not know what he looks like. But maybe that is for the better. Because I do not want any of these memories. He was greedy, and that is why I must live. Why am I here then? I was coming to that, dear. Don't worry. After some years, the people of Athens were sick of losing innocent children to me. Well, to my father, since he was the one who killed them on the spot, not me. So they hired a man capable of killing a beast, Theseus. he was challenged with the task of, well, killing me. A hitman, if you will. My sister, Ariadne, also a cunning witch and kind woman, to me at least, had caught on to the fact that it was not me, her brother, who was the beast Theseus was looking to kill, but my father. Ariadne also fell in love with Theseus and helped him go into the labyrinth and also find the way out again with a piece of yarn, Ariadne's thread, a relic your coven worships, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, Theseus did not kill me when he found me. He rescued me instead. He was the first human I had seen in many years, and he was shook to his core when he first saw me. An occurrence that would repeat itself many, many times after that. But not with my sister. All she had in her eyes when she saw me was love and pity. So the two of them saved me. They shipped me away from my home, this god-forsaken island, to a new one. A beautiful forest where I could live, run, and be one with nature. Those were probably the happiest years of my life. No human disturbed this utopia of mine. I was free, at last. But those happy years didn't last for long. Artemis, daughter of Zeus, goddess of the woods, she saw my existence as a disgrace to nature, to the gods, an abomination, a living insult to her. So she asked her father, Zeus, to have me removed from her sacred space, the woods. Zeus could not reject any wish of his daughter, so he agreed. But he didn't kill me. He was not able to, since he granted me immortality. So the kindest thing he could think of was give me into the hands of my sister's descendants, a young coven of witches. Turns out that this decision would make my life into a living hell. My sister was kind and cunning. These people were cruel, self-centered, and dumb. Yeah. So they kept me in a new prison, locked me in there with magic so that I would never escape. But I was not just a trophy for them, something to look at and make fun of. They soon figured out that every year under the moon of the bull, they were able to directly communicate with the gods through me. The gifts that the gods give you directly connect you with them, you know? So they used me to make contracts with the gods, increase their power and finesse their magic, until they no longer needed them. These old gods had nothing more to give them. They no longer had power over humankind. They were fading. But that didn't end my imprisonment. They now used me to mock the gods every year. They even made it a holiday for you people. So my existence had been reduced to being their tool of humiliation, ridicule, and mockery. for 2 millennia. No, I don't think that I am more than that. Not anymore. I used to know who I am, but now that memory is faded. What? Yes, my mother did give me a name. Asterion, King of the Stars. But I haven't seen the stars in 20 lifetimes. I don't even remember what they used to look like. The meaning of my own name doesn't even make sense to me anymore. No, dear. There's nothing you can do. I'm bound to this place, and I will be until the Titans awake from their sleep. You want to help me get out? You don't know me. You don't know if what I just told you was a lie. I could have made that all up and kill you if you come close enough. I am at peace here. Don't waste your life for me. What if you get caught? Is the common punishment for betrayal still being stoned to death? No. Well, you would still lose everything. Is that worth it? Yes, they have been quite cruel to me. But a coven is like a family, isn't it? I have torn one family apart already. I could not answer for another one. What? Yes, I am looking at you. I have been looking at you the whole time. No, I don't want to come to the light. I told you, I don't want to scare you. You're too pure to be having to see me. They also don't really give me clothes, so... Okay. Are you sure? Because any moment now, you'll see what I am and regret ever asking. Okay, I'll do it. I'll step into the light for you. Here I am. See me. Do I disgust you? I wouldn't blame you if... Your eyes. The look on your eyes. They remind me of the way my sister used to look at me. No, please don't come closer. Don't. You... What are you doing? No, please don't touch me, please. Because I don't think I deserve your touch. I think I would break under your touch. Please, Who are you? You can't save me. Because no one ever did. This is not how it should go. I should take you, one of them, and rip you to shreds. Have my revenge. But I'm not a monster. I am not a monster. I am not a monster. I'm not what they made me out to be. I should be by now, but I'm not. Instead, I'm slowly crumbling under the pressure of my own existence. But there can you, a pillar. You can't save me, because I won't allow it. Don't put the burden of my existence on your young shoulders. You would collapse under the weight. No, I'm not underestimating you. I can see that you're strong, stronger than most. But there's limits to even your strength. Your hand is so warm. So warm. It is what? Your duty to make the crimes of your coven right. No, dear, that is not your duty. You did not do anything wrong. I can't convince you not to try, can I? Okay. I will help you where I can, but I can't do much in these chains. You will need to have a good plan. Go and think about it, and so will I. You're crazy, you know that. Go now, and come back another day when you have a plan. Take your time, dear. You will need it. I'm not in a hurry, dear. I have been here for long enough. Waiting some more won't kill me. Yeah. Let's sin against the gods. Good night. Come back soon.